guys. I am gonna go ahead and actually start us out with a video. First, I'm so sorry, family. Welcome to Chillin with Saree. It's Friday, May 15th. I'm so happy to have you guys here. Let's do a little Friday dance, y'all. I'm so excited. We're gonna start out, as I mentioned in the chat, with some mindset again tonight, and then do a little vibe check just so that everybody can release, any vibes that they need to get out, whether good, whether not so good, just so that, again, you're not holding on to any negative energy, and we could start fresh for a trading week on Sunday with fresh mind, fresh heart, fresh spirit. And then we will finish it out with a little bit of chart review. If you guys do have any pairs that you want to look into from this past week with Professor D Profits, aka D Payne, back here, chilling like a villain, y'all. So,
like super pumped, bro.
Let me go ahead and get connected.
Yeah, way over there cheesing.
Let's get connected to the Zoom. And some of you guys actually may have already seen this video, whether live at one of the conventions, or if you guys happen to follow Justin Owens on his Instagram page, it is there. That's actually where I'm going to be pulling it from. But I thought, one, Justin Owens is just such a great storyteller. He's just a master when it comes to visualization. So I just wanted to share that with you guys to kind of just set the tone for tonight. And then we'll go ahead and get it rolling, all right? So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, so I'm gonna mute it out here, and then we're just gonna make sure that you guys can hear here in just a moment. You're on mute.
Can't hear you, girl. Can't hear her. Where are you?
I see me. All right, cool. I was trying to say welcome to Queen Lucrease, and she had hopped on and showed her pretty face. So great. Let me share my screen.
Hey y'all.
Hi, Queen.
Hey y'all. I'm trying to set up this buffer thing that she was just talking about.
Actually, just get there really quick. Here we go. Start it over. Oh, it didn't share. All right. Now the goal is to see.
There was this father and his son. Anybody here remember when you first got your license? Anybody here remember that? He had just got his license, and he was excited, and he was also a little bit nervous. And he got on the highway, and the dad said, as we get on the highway, he said, "Son, listen. There might be some things that we come across that you don't know, but I just need you to listen to my voice." See, I truly believe that the success that you're going to have, or the challenges that you're going to face, the success in your life is going to be dependent upon the voices that you choose to listen to. And so the son, he starts driving. And as he gets on the highway, it's almost like out of nowhere, a storm happens. And it starts raining. He looked at his dad. His dad said, "Son, just Just keep driving. So he ran the play. And as they go a little bit further, it's raining harder, and now there's cars starting to pull over. And he looked at his dad, he's like, other people are pulling over, should I pull over too? He was like, no, son, just keep driving. And at this point now, y'all ever been driving, you can't even see nothing in front of you? He's like, man, Dad, I gotta pull over. There's tractor trailers that are starting to pull over. And he said, son, remember what I told you? No matter what happens, I just need you to listen to my voice. See, I say this because how many people know we're gonna have some storms that happen in our life? I know for me, when I first got started as an entrepreneur, one of the things that was challenging, I had some success and then I had some challenges. And I remember this point in my life that everything got condensed into like this one bedroom. And I remember that I had one of those portable closets. You guys remember those? Anybody here know that? And I had to put all my clothes in that closet. And I was working and I was trying to make things happen. And I was having all this stuff happen. Man, and I came home one day and the whole closet had collapsed. And I don't know what it was about that moment, but it felt like my life was collapsing. And I just had to keep going. When I got started in this business, we got started. The month after I got started, I tore my Achilles. And then after that, I got hit with a lawsuit from the company I left. And then after that, we had a loss in the family. And then after that, we had card problems. And after that, I had my grandfather down. It was this thing after thing after thing. And then I would call my mentor, Mr. David Aminiti, and he would say, Justin, just keep driving. And I just ran the play. And so the son, he just did that. And as he kept driving on the highway, after a little while, the storm kind of lessened up a little bit. And then after a while, it stopped completely. And then the dad said, okay, son, now you can pull over. He was like, what? Y'all ever had your parents tell you something that don't make any sense? So he pulls over. He's like, I want you to get out. I want you to take a look at something. He said, okay. He said, what do you see back there? He was like, clouds, some cars. He's like, no, son, I want you to look closer. See, what I want you to notice is the same thing that happened to you on this road is the same thing that happens to people in their life. Because those cars that we pass, because they stop, they're still in their storm. But because you kept driving, your storm is over. I don't know who's going through a storm in their life right now, but I can tell you right now, you can have public success and you can still have private challenges. And that's what happens to a lot of people. And so I want everybody to stand up really quick because I want to speak something into you guys, because I truly believe you've got to be able to stay focused through your challenges, because listen, you're either going to be in a storm, just left one, or one is going to be on its way. And you've got to understand that, but you've got to make your mind up before the storm comes. See, he understood. His dad said, listen, you got to run the play. If I can go through the challenges, if the chairman up here can go through their challenges, none of us are no different. We don't have any secret power. We don't have any secret sauce. We just understood that we've got to run the play that's before us. We got an incredible company, an incredible opportunity, but you got to run the play. You're going to have financial storms. You're going to have relationship storms. You're going to have income storms. You're going to have some volume storms. You're going to have so many things come up in your life. But you got to make that decision when? Now. But Justin, it's tough. Nobody's saying yes. Justin, my wife is doing this. My husband's doing that. There's nobody around that believes in me. Guess what you got to do? You got to run the play. You got to do the work. So when you leave here and nobody believes in you, and people are still doubting you, and nobody wants to do it yet, you're gonna still do what? That wasn't loud enough. I need the people that's outside the building here. When nobody around you believes in you, when your coaches and mentors pour into you and it's still not happening, when you open up your back office and the rank is still not there, everything that you want, it hasn't manifested yet, you're gonna still do what? Run the play. Listen, there are going to be some storms that happen this week. There are going to be some storms that happen this year. But if you run the play and you stay consistent, you can change your life forever.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna take off the screen. Can you guys hear me? Guys good? Okay. Perfect. Here so that there isn't any feedback or anything. But you guys, I just felt it in my heart to share that with you guys this evening. I know that it was, I think, like 6 minutes long, but it was something that I felt that we all needed, myself included, just a reminder of, because I know that, you know, we've expressed on, you know, past calls, whether Millionaire Monday calls or check-ins in the chat or whatever, that, you know, sometimes we go through things. We encounter a storm, whether it's a little bit of rainfall or it feels like a hurricane is about to hit. Everybody goes through their storms, and they still get through them at the end of the day. When you guys, when we had our first call, actually last Friday, I know you guys noticed that I had stepped off of the line momentarily, and it's just so crazy actually how it just hit me that it came back full circle. But my little brother and my sister, they were kind of going through a tough time. And I was telling my sister that whenever there's a storm or whenever it's raining, that she always sees the sun come out eventually, right? And she says, yeah, she's 9. And I said, there are even moments where a rainbow will appear, right? And she says, yes. And it's so crazy because, you know, especially like when it comes to seeing a rainbow, like it's just a beautiful sight to see and to experience sometimes. And it's crazy that it comes after something that seems like it's not going to end. It's something that is like pouring and it feels really harsh. But at the end of the day, both sunshine and rain is needed in order for you to grow. So I just wanted to keep that in mind, and just wanted you guys to keep that in mind, that even though it might get a little stormy sometimes, that there's still going to be sunshine for you to get to eventually. Even if it may not seem like the sun is going to come out anytime soon, it's going to come. So just, I want you guys to keep pushing forward. Again, I know last week we were kind of talking about, you know, just keeping that vision ahead and just keeping everything in mind. So just do your best to do that. I know, like, sometimes it seems a little bit easier said than done, but just a couple of things that I guess I want to touch on is that when you feel like you're going through a storm or you're experiencing a storm that might even be out of your control, make yourself unavailable to that negative energy if you can. Be unavailable to those toxic people that are talking negative in your ear. Be unavailable to whatever might be draining you. Be unavailable to cycles that aren't allowing you to level up and move forward to your goals and to what it is that you desire to have. And you have to keep in mind as well that sometimes those storms that you experience, like I said, they may be storms that are outside of your control, such as, example, for me being furloughed from my job. I couldn't force them to keep me on the job with everybody else. You know, that was something that, you know, I just had to weather And I'm still moving forward. I'm still growing with you guys, even though that was a storm that I had experienced. Sometimes that storm might be you. Whether that's emotions that you guys might be, dealing with, whether that's, confidence issues that you guys might be dealing with. I know, for example, with me, I still get nervous talking to you guys, even though you guys are family, and it's only because I'm so passionate about it, and I want to make sure that I'm sharing value with you guys, or even on the opportunity calls, for example. I get nervous just because I know how much potential this could be for other people that I love, how much of a blessing that it could be for other people that like really, really need it. And so it's just a matter of conquering those different storms that we experience. So just remember that it's you against you every day. And you have to make sure that the right you wins. Okay? Whether that's mentally, whether that's spiritually, whether that's emotionally. It's something that, of course, isn't going to be mastered just overnight or during this call. It's going to take time. But just always fight, for you to get to the next day. And just continue to move forward, even if that means taking it a step at a time. Again, as Riyadh had said a couple of weeks ago, we're not competing against each other. We're going at this all at our own race. Okay, so some of those storms, like I said, could be your emotions. Stop letting your emotions hurt your money. At the end of the day, the money is going to keep flowing. It's going to still continue to go up in the market and go down, but we have to keep in mind that it was mentioned in a quote that sometimes we need to detach from our emotions, but we could still be connected to what it is that we're doing, So again, these are all just lessons that we're currently going through, we're currently working through, and it's not necessarily something that, again, is going to be mastered overnight, and that's okay. Like, I want you guys to understand that that's okay, that we're all growing through it at our own times, at our own pace. But you have to give yourself time to do that. You have to give yourself the time to go through those experiences. And I know, like, sometimes we have days where the market isn't necessarily going in our favor. Again, just using myself as an example, last week I had shared with you guys that I blew an account. But it's okay to start over. Not because I'm starting from scratch, but because I'm starting again with even more experience. I'm that much more wiser for when I go to attack it the next time, But at the same time, I've learned to realize that a lot of people give up because of comparison. It's something that I still tend to do, and it's a bad habit that I'm working on breaking. But because I'm constantly looking at other people's progress and using it to compare and discourage myself, because again, I'm, thinking, okay, well, why is this person progressing so much and maybe I'm not progressing as fast? Again, instead of looking at that storm in a negative manner, tweak it in a positive manner. What can I use instead, or can I use these people's progression as a way to feel my own, to motivate me, to push even further. Ultimately, like, you don't know what it is that you possess, as far as all of the value that you have, until what it is you have is questioned. We all go through moments, again, where sometimes doubt might creep in a little bit more than others. There are moments where we have outside situations and circumstances that might be affecting our day, and it might be affecting our environment. But the experiences that you have, that you go through, are meant to uncover the true you, and who it is that you're meant to develop into. Whether that's a leader, whether that's someone who's just meant to inspire and help bless others, whether that's someone who's finding their purpose in something that they never thought that would be part of their purpose, part of their journey. So all of the storms, all of the sunshine, all the snow, it's all part of the journey. And again, I can't express enough to just trust the process and just push forward to your victory, because, you know, you've already won. You just have to get there. You just have to get to that goal line. Okay. Now, with that said, I know another storm that I deal with is patience and discipline. It's a evolving lesson that I continue to learn from different aspects in my life, whether with trading, whether with myself, with my family, with my want and desire to be better with my health. Patience is a really big thing, but it is something that it can be conquered. But the thing is, like, can you still manage to maintain a high level of excitement without being frustrated when you come across an obstacle, because patience isn't just about waiting, it's about the attitude that you have while you're waiting. Something to, again, just really think about. And just, I know that I am currently working on improving, my belief system even more and more every day. I'm not as well versed as Riyadh and Brittany Burrell when it comes to reciting like Bible verses or anything like that, but it's something that I'm working on. And it's something that I want you guys to just continue to keep in mind, whether that's finding inspiration from the Bible or from different motivational speakers such as Les Brown, or Jim Rohn. There's a lot of different gems that you guys can really discover, not only about your environment, but about yourself, to just, again, increase that personal development, to increase that belief system. And just remember that if what you have today was created from nothing, imagine what you could have with what you already have today, So just keep pushing forward, continue to push towards your dreams, continue to support one another. I absolutely loved all of you guys' messages when it came to supporting each other for Victoria's vibe check. Even with how excited LaCree got when she was out on the porch. She was, showing off some pretty nails that she had, and you guys were all so excited about, showing the sky and everything. It's stuff like that that really keeps me going. It keeps me pushing, because when I see that even though you guys might be experiencing little storms, big storms, you guys still continue to push forward. And I wouldn't trade you guys for the world. I'm a trader, but I wouldn't trade you guys for the world, okay? because you guys are all so special. You guys are all so valuable, and you guys have so much to offer. Even when things get tough. Even when there might be some storm clouds rolling in. You guys still manage to smile. You guys still manage to hop in the chat. And I appreciate that. And I know there's so many people in our family that appreciate that as well. Riyadh had mentioned in one of his mindset calls, and even in one of his little, daily deposit quotes, that there's a you that God sees, a you that others see, and a you that you see. So how far you go in life is determined by what mirror you choose to believe. Now, with that said, with that mirror, and again, just going back into that belief system, keep sticking with it. Keep going for it, just even when your eyes want to lie to you. Hold that vision. Remember your why. Let it push you. Let it motivate you. And secure your bag, y'all. Okay? Secure the bag. Belief, action, and goals. Okay? You need your belief. Put it into action so that way you can achieve your goals. You guys, I want to secure the bag with all of you. I want to secure the bag with my mom. I want to secure the bag with my siblings, with my best friend who's in Colorado, just what's key is, again, just having that belief system, and just keep in mind that success isn't a set destination. It's an evolving journey. It's an evolving journey of growth. Okay. So with that said, I want to check in with y'all, see how you guys are feeling. Talk to me. Tell me what's on your minds, what's going on. Who's up first?